trail we got to get on, and the only question is, how do we get up there? Good morning, world. Morning, Julianna.
Morning.
Heading out of Wallace, and now we're getting ready to cross the divide on the NorPac Trail and the Coeur D'Alenes Trail. It's all gonna be a bunch of fun. See you later, Wallace. It's been good. When they built the highway here, they were just gonna run the highway right through the middle of town, this beautiful town with all these old great architectural features. But some rich guy came along and convinced them that wasn't a good idea. And so now you see this huge viaduct that kind of skirts the town. Attractive, certainly from an engineering standpoint. The town sits just outside of it and has been preserved. It's an early morning for us. Got out the door by 6:30, probably 6:15. Want to beat the heat. We're expecting high 90s today. Even on the pass, which, although it might be a bit of a climb, doesn't really reach high elevations like they do in Colorado. And you know, we're just not going to see those cool temperatures. Gonna see if we can get most of our ride in before noon.
Quite smoky.
Yeah, it is. I smelled it as soon as I opened up the door. Downtown Mullen. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on here. Must be our guy Mullen. I guess take a right or straight. Maybe there's something up here. Pulling away from the Lucky Friday mine up here in Mullen, looking for the NorPac Trail. All right, so after a bit of searching, I think we found the trail, NorPac Trail. This is what we're gonna take to get over Lookout Pass. Already we're starting to feel the climb, I think. You're feeling it? I'm feeling it.
And the smoke.
And feeling the smoke. We've got three things working for us today. If we seem a little stressed today, that's why. We've got excessive smoke warnings. We've got excessive heat warnings, expecting to look for a high close to 100 up here. And then we've got a climb that, you know, is well, we just don't know. It's a rail grade, so it should be pretty doable, but you know, it's going to take some time with all of our weight. And then there's a tunnel out, which means we'll probably have to take the interstate for a little bit. But it's a beautiful morning. We just saw some deer. I wish I could have captured them. They were just so beautiful. Mama and her baby crossing the road, all backlit. You just have to imagine it. But beautiful riding with you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
So far it hasn't been too bad. Been in my middle chain ring, and the climb is very gradual, maybe 2%. Real pretty forest. Just gotta watch out for divots. Going under I-90 now. Look what all that graffiti's about. Up here in the middle of the wilderness. Looked angry. Look how high we've climbed. Feels like a lot. So yeah, it feels like we're doing some climbing here. That's the interstate that we just went under.
Blueberries?
Oh my God, these blueberries are amazing.
We're having Mr. Bear over for breakfast.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Bear, got some blueberries. We eat them like bears. Handfuls. you're wondering what that bell sound is, that would be Julianna's bear bell, which on this road is definitely going to alert any possible bears that we are on our way.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with having a healthy respect for bears.
So we're just not sure if it's a bear bell or a dinner bell.
Dinner time! Come on, Yogi!
Flower time. She's getting steeper. Must be getting close because here's some of the lifts to the ski area. Lots of loose gravel here, just churning away.
See over this ridge?
Yeah, kind of do. There's the valley that we climbed up. You can hear the cars on I-90 looking out over the western side of the divide. At the top of the divide. Top of Lookout Pass. My beautiful girlfriend. And me, the ugly one. You know, we just passed, I think, into Montana. So, that is our second state. Third state. It's our second state crossing. Third state. We're in Montana, and we are at the Continental Divide, so it's all downhill from here. I expect no more hills. Nothing but coasting from here. Enjoying a little sandwich here. This is where the Route of the Hiawatha they do the shuttle for the Route of the Hiawatha, but we ain't doing the Route of the Hiawatha this time. We're just gonna cruise on through and heading down towards St. Regis. Slightly harrowing, just took about a 2-mile detour on I-90. Fast, crazy, a little dirty, but we're back on a really nice road. Sweet smell of pine forest and the open road ahead of us.
Right.
And we are crossing the country, baby. All the way. Paralleling the interstate now on a slippery but fine dirt road. But it's a nice trail.
This trail dead ends.
That's the trail we got to get on, and the only question is, how do we get up there? Let's check it out. So here's that trestle we were looking at from underneath. Got kind of a minimal guardrail along it, and pretty sketchy. We're just going to walk across. So hot right now. The only thing that's keeping us cool is moving, getting that air conditioning on the sweaty body. Found a place that'll let us pitch a tent, got water, showers, table. So that's what we're gonna do. Dry, dusty roads, Montana. It's the route of the Olympian. Sometimes it's a nice paved road. So nice. Yeah, that feels good on the butt, let me tell you. All that dirt just kind of wears on you after a while. I wouldn't mind doing frontage roads for a while. It's nice. Hot, dry, dusty day on the trail. And what do we find? We're looking for a place. There's hardly any place along this stretch. One place had no rooms, you can set up a tent. We get there and they say, you know, I guess, you know, if you help us kind of clean a little bit, we'll get you set up. And we got this cabin. I mean, check this out. Look at this place. It's like, how authentic is this? And it's air conditioned. It is so hot outside. So hot outside. Oh my God. It's like 97, 98 degrees and just getting hotter.
It's just beautiful here, and we've been riding all day. Oh God, we're just so dusty. We feel like old cowboys.
I wanna ride up the road to get a beer but I think I need to pass out first. I've got like sunstroke. I mean, wow. But what a great place. Thanks, Trina? Trina,
Yes.
yeah. The Black Diamond Guest Ranch.
Yes.
Awesome place.
Great place.
But,
Nice and clean, good people.
Yeah.
It's big, spacious. They have a beautiful lodge.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely recommend this place. It is a gem. I can't believe
that's
our luck
awesome.
in finding this. Stayed here at Black Diamond Ranch last night. Cool place, cool little cabins.
It's a cold morning, which is surprising considering it's going to be close to 100 today. Last night the smoke really moved in. We got real smoky conditions. I think we're both feeling a little discouraged right now. Looking at Montana and just thinking, man, we're kind of following this I-90 corridor and it's going to be a struggle. And don't have any cell service really, so I can't really do any navigating. So we're just gonna see how far we can ride today before the heat overtakes us. But hoping that today lifts our spirits a little bit. We're gonna hit the Trail of the Olympians and head down to St. Regis. All right, let's go.
We've been following a trail known as the Route of the Olympian, a continuation of the much more well-known Route of the Hiawatha. It mostly parallels I-90 and forms a key component of the American Rail Trail, but we found conditions to worsen as we went on. The smoke from the many fires nearby was becoming overwhelming at this point, adding to our frustration.
So this is the condition of the trail, just loose rock, bouncing up and down, a lot of dust. It's very smoky today, but this trail is just a mess. We're just crawling along. This is our downhill for the day. We're just crawling. And it's just beating Julianna's hands up. She's got some arthritis in her thumbs and it's just kind of killing her thumbs. Yeah, it's a discouraging morning. There's no question about it. How you feeling?
Like hell. It's a miserable day on the old Happy Trail.
Yeah.
Washboard roads, blazing hot sun.
Just loose rock for 10, degrees. 12 miles,
God,
15
loose
miles.
Rock, yeah.
And then, no campgrounds, no lodging anywhere, and smoke. And here we're on a road that we thought was going to take us to a campsite 7 miles away, and now Google Maps tells us it's closer to 14. So
it's a miserable day. But what are you going to do? Push on.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all part of it.
Yeah. Just got off of a really rough washboard road, finally onto some pavement. Feels incredible, actually. Beauty shot of you, the railroad, the mountains, the highway. It's all right.
Despite all the smoke, we felt like we were riding through a set of some epic Western movie. Until we begin the trek towards our campground that we'd reserved on some camping app earlier in the day. Somewhere we heard that the official high for the day was 107. At one point we collapsed from the heat in the lawn of an abandoned motel. It took several miles of backtracking to reach our campground, encountering soupy dirt and steep climbs.
Finally reached our campsite with a very warm welcome.
So back down the hill we went to the town of Superior, where the only possible camping we could find was in the town park.
So, I probably look like shit because, we just read the eulogy that I wrote for Fred to Julianna. It was the first time I read it, actually. I wrote it the other night at a hotel, and I was late, and I was really tired, and I was just practically falling asleep as I was writing it. So I just read it to her as much as I could, and, just brought tons of tears. It's been a rough day. Maybe that will help bring the day to a nice ending, because it's been so frustrating. And, I read that eulogy to Fred, and he was this big adventurer. And hope that kind of grief over Fred can help put my mind to rest, because it's been a day of anxiety. It's smoky as hell. It's been by some accounts 107, and just rough riding, just washboard roads and gravel and loose rock and hills and climbs, and this campsite that was just run by some kind of wacko guy. And then we got up there and there was no campsite there, and he wasn't there, and it was just so bizarre and just so weird. We just got the hell out of Dodge, and I'm the one who's supposed to make everything happen, and I'm not. I chose this guy. I said, let's go to this guy's place. This looks good. This looks interesting. It turned out to be a complete debacle. Like a lot of climbing, a lot of crappy roads. It was hot. And we the whole day we were just slipping in the sand and the gravel and the rocks and just not making any progress. It was just a mess. And so now we're in the city park. We're sweaty. We haven't been able to take a shower, which is, I know that sounds like, first world problems. But, we're sleeping in a city park, which we don't know if we're going to get kicked out. We're 60 and change, and we're sleeping in a city park. But tomorrow's a new day. So good night from the Superior Town Park.
So we ducked into our tent for some well-needed sleep, forgetting about the fact that for every town park, there's a sprinkler system.
Oh yeah, and the train. Don't forget the train coming through. Because they didn't think that a sprinkler coming through every 5 seconds was enough to keep us awake, apparently.